Hello guys, welcome back again. Today we are going to talk about component diagram and case tools. So first of all, what is a component diagram? Actually, the component diagram is used in modeling the physical aspects of operating running system. It shows the organization on dependencies among a set of components. It's used to model the state implementation view of a system. It's essentially class diagrams that focus on a system component. Okay, this is the basic definition of the component diagram, and here we use a main tool called package, and these are called the interfaces, and these are the transitions that are happening between the packages. Okay, so here the agenda that I have used here is nothing but an exam web application. Okay, so this is the exam portal, that is this is the executing web application for examination purpose. Okay, so actually when I enter the exam, it has two different aspects, one for login and one for sign up. Okay, as you all know, the login and sign up process. For login, if it is already if there is an account, then we go for login. If you have to create a new account, then we go for sign up. So there are two main aspects here, login and sign up. So first let's go for login. Okay, so this login is a separate page, so it's created in PHP. That's why I have mentioned it as login.php. Okay, so in the login, after login, there are two different login packages. One is for student login and another is for staff login. The student login and the staff login is a HTML document, so that's why I have mentioned here as .html. So one is student login.html and another one is staff login.html. In staff login, there's a separate portal called add exam. Okay, but in student login, there is nothing called add exam, but there are stuff that only student can access, and in the staff login there are things that only staff can access. So in the student login, there are three different packages, one for checking result, and one for attempting the exam, and another one is for study material. This study material is nothing but it's a text document. Okay, whereas the check results is a HTML page in which the result will be displayed, and another is a link which redirects to a separate PHP web page, that is to re-attempt the exam. And finally, a study document or a text document that is embodied, which I have mentioned it as study material .txt. So these are the stuffs that are present in students login. Now let's go in for staff login. In the staff login, there are two different PHP pages. One is for add question and another is for modify question. And finally, in sign up, it will get the details so that the people can log in next time. So this get detail is a HTML page, so I have mentioned here as get detail.html, and there is a validator. If the details are validated, it will be submitted here. Okay, so this is a simple component diagram that is used to represent an exam portal, or a portal which contains all the details about the exam, and also the accessibility of students and as well as staffs. So as you can see here, this component diagram is a basic representation that represents the transition or the page details clearly than any other diagrams that we have seen before. And also it's a component diagram is that focus on the system components, as you can see here. And also it's a component diagram which is collection of vertices and arcs. Okay, so that's all about the component diagram. Thank you.